Hey everybody, Carol Ann here with The Real Deal. And today we are talking about the market update, real estate market update for July of 2020. Now, the numbers that I'm going to give you are coming from the National Association of Realtors. Their numbers as of the end of June. That is the latest and the greatest. So, by the numbers, this is what we're looking at so far. Existing home sales are down 11% from last year. Probably because of the pandemonium spring, but they are up 20% from May. So we all stayed at home for a while and now we are all back and getting busy again. Inventory is up 1% from last year at this time, but it's down 18% from May. That just tells us that we got started a little late with the whole pandemonium spring, but now we're in full swing once again. And you can see right here that there are more houses being sold than there are listings being put on the market, which also just helps to point out why we have an inventory shortage at the moment. Median home prices are up 3.5% from last year, and that marks 100 straight months of year-over-year gains. That's a pretty impressive run. But the days on the market are down to 24. We're down from 26 just from May and down from 27 from last year at this time. So the houses that are on the market are going even quicker than they did last year. And the affordability index has ticked down just a little bit, but it's still up from where it was last year at this time. So what does all of this mean? Well, right now it means it's a seller's market. Sellers stayed home for the most part in the spring. There's still some stuff going on, but I think a lot of people kind of stayed at home just to see what was going to happen. We were all under those stay-at-home orders. And, as a seller, do you really want all kinds of strangers traipsing through your house? But those stay-at-home orders have pretty much lifted for the most part. And realtors have done a really good job of finding new ways to kind of vet their clients before they even get into the house. They do virtual tours. They make sure that the ones that are actually coming to the house are the serious buyers, and then using CDC guidelines for sanitizing and not having too many people in the house at one time. All of those things have kind of given sellers back some confidence to kind of jump back into the market. And so have the buyers. Now, the buyers never really went away. They're, at least in my market, there stayed a pretty steady stream of buyers the whole time because life just happens. Your leases are up, people got to move, change jobs, whatever the case may be. But now they're out again in full force, partly because the rates are so low. I know you've heard this before, but the rates are crazy low right now. They are the lowest they have ever been in the 50 years that they have been keeping track. The fact that you can get a 15-year mortgage for under 3% is, in my book, pretty crazy. So that's part of the reason that the buyers are in. And a full 27% of buyers are feeling even more urgency to get these deals done. Now, of buyers, there is a big chunk who have to move because they have to move. Their leases are up, life moves on, they got to move, whatever that is. Then there's another chunk of people, and I think this is really interesting, that because they had extra time while they were staying at home, they were playing on their computer, they started doing research, and they figured out buying a house actually really does make sense for them. So they are also jumping into the market. And then there's also a group of people that really think that come fall, come flu season again, that we're going to get a second wave of this virus. So they want to hurry up and get their deal done before that second wave hits. So buyers are in general feeling a lot more urgency than even that they usually are. So those things all put together are driving up that median home price, up that 3.5%. It's all putting pressure on the market. More buyers than there are sellers, so the prices are going up at the moment. And 62% of those houses are selling in less than 30 days. So that's a pretty fast turnaround time, especially considering that half of those go even faster than 30 days. So what things should we be watching for? I am watching for three things right now. I'm watching the rates, since they are super low. The Fed says that they're not planning to raise those rates anytime soon, so we shouldn't see a whole lot of movement in the rate. It should stay low for a while, but as always, keep an eye on them. The second thing that I'm watching out for is the eviction rate. I want to watch the eviction rates to see if they tick up. That could signal a bunch of landlords deciding that they don't want to be landlords anymore and putting those properties on the market, which would kind of soften our seller's market a little bit, give us a little bit more inventory. The third thing I'm watching is foreclosures. Right now, there are foreclosure protections in place. All foreclosures are halted until the end of August. They can resume as of right now, unless Congress does something to change this. Foreclosures can begin again at the end of August. But there are also forbearances in place. And those forbearances, depending on what you negotiate with your bank, they could be up to 12 months long. And the whole foreclosure process takes longer than an eviction process. So even if we do get a wave of foreclosures, we're not going to see that affect the market until much later, maybe 2022, 2023. That's going to take a little bit longer, but still something to watch for, because if that goes up, that could indicate a softening of that seller's market in the future. So what are the takeaways from all of this for each side of the deal? Well, for sellers, my takeaway for you is get your house on the market. If you're thinking of selling anytime in the next 6 months, try your best to do it as soon as possible while everything is hot and in your favor. There are unemployment benefits that, and again, unless Congress acts and changes something, those could be going away very soon, which could in fact affect people's income and their ability to qualify and such. And that could soften things up a little bit and take away some of your buyers. So if you're thinking about it, if you're planning on doing it sometime soon, do it sooner rather than later. Buyers, my message to you is be ready. If you haven't gone to your lender yet to get pre-approved, do that right now. They actually had in the last couple of months, because of Pandemonium Spring, they had actually kind of tightened up their, put in some new restrictions and tightened up their rules for qualifying. But those are starting to relax again. So you'll actually find it a little easier to qualify today than you would have, say, 30 or 60 days ago. So if you don't have that pre-approval letter in hand, get that right now. You do not want to find the house of your dreams and then find out that you can't qualify for that size of a loan. So get pre-qualified, have that pre-qualification letter in hand so that when you do find that house of your dreams, you can make that offer and know that you are ready to go. And if you are ready, maybe you could actually beat out some of those other offers, because there's a pretty good chance that if it's a good deal and a good house, that you could be in a multiple offer situation. So it's best to have all of that stuff ready to go. However, if you're not in a hurry to buy and you're just kind of testing out the waters at the moment, if you can wait, you may, and I emphasize may, want to wait until the fall or maybe even next spring just to see how all of this stuff shakes out. There's lots of different factors at play right now, and there's a fairly good chance that the market could be softer next spring with the evictions and the foreclosures and all the unemployment and all that stuff. The market very well could be softer next spring, getting you a better deal than you would if you try to buy something right now. So just something for you guys to keep in mind. That is our market update for July of 2020. If you liked this video, please click subscribe below and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of the next ones coming out. Until next time, I hope everybody's real estate dreams are coming true, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.